Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 FM.com. Here is the Z107.7 local news for Tuesday, March 28th, 2023. A scooter rider was struck and killed by a pickup truck on 29 Palms Highway in Joshua Tree on Saturday. The California Highway Patrol reports that at approximately 9:40 p.m., a 35-year-old man from Long Beach was riding a 2021 Yongfu scooter eastbound on the highway near Border Avenue, and that the scooter was traveling in the left lane at slow speeds. The CHP reports that a pickup truck driven by Aiki Kavana, a 47-year-old man from Landers, was driving a 2020 Dodge Ram pickup truck in the eastbound lane of 29 Palms Highway when he struck the rear of the scooter. Kavanaugh stayed at the crash scene and cooperated with investigating officers. The scooter rider was transported to High Desert Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead. The CHP says the scooter was not legal for highway use and that they are investigating the incident. It is unknown at this time if alcohol and/or drugs were a factor. A 17-year-old was arrested for alleged reckless driving through Yucca Valley on Sunday. With more on the arrest, here's Robert Hayden.
At around 5 o'clock on Sunday, County Sheriff's deputies were conducting traffic enforcement near Onaga Trail and Acoma Trail in Yucca Valley. Deputies report that their attempt to stop a 2011 Infiniti M37 for vehicle code violations went awry when the driver failed to yield and began driving with willful or wanton disregard for public safety. Deputies say that they ended the pursuit of the Infiniti due to their own safety concerns, but put out a broadcast to law enforcement. The suspect and the vehicle were located by the California Highway Patrol about 30 minutes later, near the intersection of Palm Avenue and Sunny Slope Drive in Yucca Valley. Deputies say that the driver of the vehicle was identified as a 17-year-old male resident of Joshua Tree. He was arrested for suspicion of felony reckless evading, cited and released to a parent at the Morongo Basin Sheriff's Station. Reporting for Z107.7 News, this is Robert Hayden.
A juvenile was arrested for suspicion of wearing ballistic armor and carrying a concealed firearm at the 29 Palms Carnival this weekend. At approximately 7:20 p.m. on Sunday, County Sheriff's deputies on foot patrol at the Spring Rotary Carnival at Lucky Park say they were flagged down by a carnival goer who reported a person in possession of a gun. Deputies say they located a juvenile matching the description that was provided by the reporting party, identified only as a 15-year-old male resident of 29 Palms, who was found to be wearing ballistic armor and concealing a loaded firearm. The juvenile was arrested for suspicion of possession of a loaded firearm and booked at the Central Juvenile Detention Center. The Yucca Valley Planning Commission will nominate and elect a chairman and vice chairman and approve a commercial permit at tonight's meeting. Reporter Hillary Sloan has a look at the agenda.
Also on the agenda is a permit for the exterior color change of the Carl's Jr. sign at the new commercial structure located at 57222 29 Palms Highway, with the condition that the proposed signage shall comply with the town ordinance. Additionally, the council will review the land development update report. The Yucca Valley Planning Commission meeting is at 6 p.m. at the Yucca Valley Community Center, 57090 29 Palms Highway. The meeting will be held in person and on Zoom. For a link to join the Zoom meeting, see this story at Z107.7 Reporting for Z107.7, this is Hillary Sloan.
In lieu of their regularly scheduled 6 p.m. meeting, the Morongo Unified School District Board of Trustees will instead meet for a board and superintendent leadership team workshop at 11 a.m. at Joshua Tree Elementary. This study session is open to the public. The purpose is to affirm the structure and protocols, as defined in the Board Governance Handbook, for an effective governance team and to understand the definition and purpose of a district master plan. The 29 Palms City Council will gather this evening after a 30-minute closed session to discuss sewer connections, park upgrades, strengthened crime bills, among other agenda items. Reporter Heather Clisby has details.
Tonight, the 29 Palms City Council will host one public hearing before discussing several items. First up is a public hearing regarding the continuance of an initial study on sewer connections. Up for discussion is the 2023 Healthy Cities Campaign Grant for $30,000 aimed at funding a 38-foot by 38-foot outdoor fitness court at Knott Sky Park. The council will discuss a recommendation to support Assembly Bill 1708, which would amend Proposition 47 with an intention of increasing accountability for repeat theft offenders. During the meeting, the council will select a city representative to serve on the East Valley Steering Committee. The committee is part of the San Bernardino County Interagency Council on Homelessness. Finally, the council will discuss matters regarding the Public Arts Advisory Committee, as well as reviewing the revised mission statement of the PAC. The meeting begins at 6 p.m. at City Hall, 6136 Adobe Road. The event will also be live streamed and provided on demand via the city's website, 29palms.org. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Heather Clisby.
At tonight's 6 p.m. special meeting of the Bighorn Desert View Water Agency's Board of Directors, Public Budget Workshop Number 2 on Fiscal 2023-2024 Draft Operations and Capital Improvement Budget is on the top of the agenda, with findings to be presented at Budget Public Workshop Number 3. Tonight's only other action item is a consideration of cost of living adjustment of up to 5% to the Board of Directors per diem. If the board pursues this increase, it would become effective no sooner than July 1st. The public is invited to attend in person at the agency's board meeting office under the old water tower on Cherokee Trail in Landers. Remote participation is also an option. See this story at Z107.7fm.com for instructions and links. 9 Morongo Basin kids are heading to New York City for a week of dancing exposure, classes, performances, and competitions, and are asking for the community's help to get them there. Robert Hayden rejoins us with the story.
The Starstruck Dancers Diva team are headquartered out of Yucca Valley, and they've been invited to the Broadway Dance Center in New York City for a once-in-a-lifetime trip where the dancers will stay in Times Square, train at the dance center, and attend a class instructed by a Radio City Rockette, as well as get professional photos, 2 Broadway shows, and the opportunity to meet dance agents and college recruiters. The trip takes place in July, and the dancers will be participating in fundraisers around the high desert to try and get all 9 of the divas to New York City for a week of exciting dance-related activities. We'll have a link to a GoFundMe that the dancers have set up at this link at Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7 News, this is Robert Hayden.
Blood is desperately needed in the Morongo Basin. To that end, Livestream will be holding a blood drive tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Vaughn's, located at 57590 29 Palms Highway in Yucca Valley. Healthy individuals at least 15 years of age may donate blood. Everyone under 17 years of age must provide Livestream with written parental consent. Donors receive a free mini physical. Please set an appointment by calling Livestream at 1-800-879-4484 or visiting lstream.org. And finally, Morongo Basin radio station Z107.7 was recognized for excellence in radio news at the 73rd Annual Golden Mike Awards, held Saturday night in Hollywood. The Golden Mike Award is a broadcast journalism award presented by the Radio and Television News Association. Z107.7 founder Gary Digneau was there and files this report.
What sets the Golden Mikes apart are high standards for excellence. To quote the website, if the judges decide that no entry in a category meets a standard of excellence, then no award is given in that category. As a result, Golden Mike Award winners know their work has been judged to be excellent, as well as the best. For this year's award, Z107.7 was nominated for 3. A September 2022 report by news director Jeff Harmatz on resignations at the Morongo Valley CSD, a report on coyote attacks in Joshua Tree by reporter Robert Hayden, and one of 3 stations named for Best Small Market Newscast. While there were no trophies, being nominated for such a prestigious award is a singular honor for a small market owner-operated radio station. Z107.7 General Manager Cindy Digneau said, "For our news department to be recognized along with major market network stations is a testimonial to their hard work and diligence. I couldn't be prouder." Reporting for the award-winning Z107.7 News, I'm Gary Digneau.
That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. More Morongo Basin residents get their local news from Z107.7 than any other source. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm Jeff Harmatz.